Black Panther Wakanda Forever, it is an emotional driven story that has a lot of good things going for it. And quite frankly, it is quite impressive how they was able to craft this movie together after the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman. If I had to describe this movie in three words, it is honor, respect, and rebirth. I know the tragic loss of Chadwick Boseman is what really drove this movie, but my goodness, what a story that was able to put together with this one. So the story of this film is that with the Black Panther gone, there is a sense of loss throughout Wakanda. But trouble arises when Namor and his people show up and they make things more difficult for these people. Quite frankly, this is a film that I really enjoy. I was like, wow, this is very emotional. I teared up at least twice throughout this film. And the character development, especially from Shuri, was outstanding. Like, for real, every character was important to the story. And what makes this film real enjoyable is the mere fact how cohesive the story is. And I have to give credit with everybody that had worked on this film. They was tasked with a difficult decision of moving forward after losing their lead actor to unfortunate circumstances. At the end of the day though, this is an incredible movie and I would recommend you check this one out, especially if you're a fan of the first movie. You know, to be honest, I was kind of nervous about this movie before it came out. The reason being is because a lot of Phase 4 I really just don't like. And the real reason is because they throw in a lot of jokes, they disrespect the characters, and quite frankly, I was a little hesitant, but thankfully that's not the case for this movie. When the tension builds and there's emotional expense, they let it play out. There's not a joke that undercuts it in this movie. And hats off to Letitia Wright. She really carried this film. She went from the little side character, if you will. She wasn't a side character in the first Black Panther, but you know, she didn't really get on the action. This one, she really holds her own, and I was very impressed by it. And not just that, but Angela Bassett, wow, what a terrific performance from her. And there is one part in this movie here, I won't give it away, but it is very, what can I say, it's a tribute to King T'Challa, because, you know, he was the guy that helped Wakanda Forever. And in this film, they're still trying to find their footing after losing their king. And so when what can I say? It's not Atlanteans, and not really Atlanteans in this film, because I guess Marvel Studios really can't call them that. But when they show up, they mean business. And when the music change, it feels all eerie because, you know, they do like the blue people from Avatar, which is funny because they're also owned by Disney. Now, I have to say that Tenoch Huerta, hopefully I'm saying that right, playing Namor, great job. I was looking forward to seeing this character in the MCU for a very long time, and now that he's finally shown up, I was like, yes. He's not the villain of the film, he's more like the anti-hero, even though he has a villainous, you know, thing to him. He just wants to do what's right for his people, and understandably so. And also, I have to say, the other actors such as Wilson Duke, I felt like he doesn't have much of a big role in this film, but he's still funny, you know, when he shows up. Like, there are some funny moments here and there throughout the film, but for the most part, it's very serious, and, you know, I'm just glad that it is. And there is a new character that I thought was really interesting, that is Ironheart. I have to say her introduction in this film was pretty exciting, to say the least. She doesn't overshadow the other characters, but she's also important to the story. And Ironheart, the TV show, come out next year. I think that might be something that I might invest time with. As I mentioned before, a lot of Phase 4, well, let's just say it kind of disappointed me. But this film is top notch. And then there's also Dana Guerrera. Her acting was just phenomenal, and everybody else that partook in this film is just downright amazing. I love this film. It is, without question, one of the best movies of Phase 4, and I'm looking forward where they take all these characters in the future. This is very exciting. I must say that Ryan Coogler He definitely did a great job putting this movie together, considering the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman. And this is such a film that ends on a high note, to say the least. I'm giving this film an 8 out of 10. What a emotional movie. Seeing how mature the story is, the emotional themes throughout it, the story of Namor and his people versus the Wakandans, it all comes together to make quite a entertaining and heartfelt film. And while I won't spoil the mid-credit scene, it is important to the story. It doesn't tease nothing big for the future, but it's important nonetheless. And that is my review of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie if you have seen it. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.